Fly three. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to gain some new knowledge. Here comes the 0-1 pitch on the way to Giancarlo Stanton. He pops it up. Foul and back out of play. Of course, I knew that.
Well,
Southwest Airlines, our excellent primary sponsor, one of the great sponsors we have. Cubs off to a 2-0 lead. Clutch, 2 out, 2-run single by Isaac Paredes in the bottom of the first inning. Stanton will foul it away. Stanton, Chisholm, and Rizzo here in the second. Stanton nothing for 7 in the series so far. Jamison Tyone coming back 0-2. Breaking ball is low and outside 1-2.
And it's the Southwest second inning, and it's great to have Corey here with her family from Southwest here at the ballpark and hanging out. They got a crew down in the suite with Mitch Rosen, and always great to have them here. Great sponsors of Cubs Radio.
Strike 3 called. Bullseye on the outside corner. Tyone gets the strikeout. 1 down here in the second inning. And the batter is Jazz Chisholm. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers, sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai. Cubs lead 2-0, second inning. Chisholm having a quiet series, 1 for 8. And the first pitch in there for a strike.
Double plays turned by the Cubs today. They're sponsored by Nissan. They make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today at Nissan.
The 0-1, Bender's down low run. It's 1-1.
So an outstanding ceremony today, right, with for Ramos Ramirez and Kerry Wood, and they had all the Cubs Hall of Famers there, and you being one of them, looking very dapper in your Cubs sport coat.
Liner over a leaping Bellinger at first, racing around first, going for 2 is Chisholm, and he'll slide with a 2-bagger. Chisholm doubling down the right field line. No chance for Tauchman, the right fielder, to get over and make a play. And it's a 1-out double. Cubs lead 2-0 in the second inning, and the batter is Anthony Rizzo, and he'll get another standing ovation here from the fans who loved him when he was here, and it's obvious that they still have great affection for him. Rizzo takes off his helmet to acknowledge the fans. 3 straight days of ovations for Anthony Rizzo. Now, Anthony run against Jamison Tyone is the one guy in the Yankee lineup today that's really had success against Tyone. Anthony hitting .400, 10 for 25 with 2 home runs against the Cubs right-hander. Here's the pitch on the way. Rizzo takes a breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1.
Now, Tyone likes to pitch left-handed hitters away. Anthony stands right on the plate, and that would make sense to me. So Tyone's got his work cut out for him. You got to make quality pitches against Anthony in his at-bats for Tyone.
Rizzo lines a base hit to left. Chisholm will stop at third. The ball bobbled by Happ, and holding at third is Chisholm. Rizzo with the single, runners at first and third now with 1 away.
And there you go. That's a pitch away. And this one runs away. But Anthony can cover that outside corner as well as anybody from where he stands on the plate. Hits a bullet the other way. The shortstop position vacated by Swanson. He was playing right up the middle. Ian comes in. This ball kind of eats him up, hits him in the heel of the glove, and he kicks it. But Chisholm at third base had already shut down at third base, so does not advance.
Luis Rojas, the coach, was trying to get him to go. Anthony Volpe, the batter, infield back, first and third, 1 away. Cubs lead 2-0. Volpe takes a breaking ball outside. The moment that we saw the third base coach waving the runner, Chisholm had his eyes down looking at the third base bag. I was a little surprised to see him give him the green light. Pop fly foul, right side over near the first base dugout is Bellinger. No play for Cody. The catcher Amaya also over there.
Well, I think what happened is as Chisholm's coming to third, they had the stop sign. Then once the ball gets bobbled, he waves them. Well, Chisholm had touched the bag, and instead of picking up the baseball, he looked down. And when you look down, there's nothing going on there. You know, it's kind of the human nature thing, but you try not to do that and pick up the ball. He did not pick up the ball.
Volpe lines one toward left. Happ makes a diving catch. Tagging and heading home to score is Chisholm. Excellent play by Happ. A sinking liner, a hard hit ball to left. Ian came in, made a sprawling backhanded diving catch. Beautiful play. But when you dive, you have very little chance, Ron, of making a throw home quickly. And tagging and scoring after the grab, Jazz Chisholm and the Yanks are on the board. It's now a 2-1 Cubs lead.
I think when you talk to outfielders, the toughest diving play they have is the one coming in. Because which way do you hold the glove? Do you do it backhand style or palm up? Ian caught that ball backhand style and hit him in the palm of the glove. Excellent play by Ian coming in to make that catch.
Anthony Rizzo held at first on the play. 2 down. Alex Verdugo, the batter, number 9 hitter, has 11 home runs, and he'll take outside for a ball. Big play by Happ, though, possibly prevented a big inning for New York. As it is, they have a run in, 2 down and a man at first. And the 1-1 to Verdugo is outside, 2-1. Cubs wearing their home whites, the white shirts and trousers, the blue pinstripes all over. Blue hats, numbers, sleeves, and socks. A variety of shoe colors for the Cubs. Most wear the white kicks. Here comes the 2-1 to Verdugo. Line down the right field line, foul. The Yankees in their traveling unis. Gray shirts and trousers, the rest is black. Black hats, helmets, numbers, sleeves, and socks. And many of them wear black shoes, like Anthony Rizzo at first. Uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. Transform your clubhouse into a Cubs house. Here's the 2-2 to Verdugo. Driven toward right center. Well hit on the run. Tauchman backpedaling now makes the catch in deep right center to end the inning. Benjamin Moore. Transform your clubhouse into a Cubs house with Cubbies blue, Wrigley Field green, or marquee red. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs. Benjamin Moore. Yankees get a run on 2 hits, leave 1. Middle of inning number 2. Cubs 2, Yankees 1. This is the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Nico Horner. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Tinley Park. Looking for low prices on grocery favorites? Find them at your new Amazon Fresh grocery store. Save big with new deals updated every week in our circular. Visit your new Amazon Fresh grocery store, now open on South Harlem Avenue.
Home ownership. At Progressive, we know it's part of the American dream. It's majestic golden eagles and other less majestic birds taunting you through the baseball-sized hole in your new windows. It's soaring guitar solos performed through faulty wiring in your garage, which subsequently erupts into flames. It's also around-the-clock protection when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, which can help keep the American dream of home ownership alive and kicking. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
La 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 la. Oops.
Ever had your singing lessons cut short by icy water?
Oh, I'm sorry, honey.
Say goodbye to those cold notes with Navien tankless water heaters. With Navien, you'll hit all the right notes without the surprise chill. So keep singing and let Navien keep the hot water flowing. And get ready for the encore when you get your utility bill.
La 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 la.
Navien tankless water heaters. Visit tanklessmadesimple.com.
I wanted to renovate my kitchen and bathroom, but couldn't afford a huge project. Thankfully, Studio 41 had affordable fixtures that totally renovated my space at a great price. Visit studio41.com to find a showroom near you.
Miguel Amaya swings away at the first offering by Garrett Cole and fouls it off to the right. Amaya has been a hot hitter of late, lifting his average up to 232. 0 for 2 in this series. Here comes the 0-1 from the Yankee right-hander. Line towards center, but Judge going back now makes the catch while backpedaling near the warning track in dead center. Another hard hit ball by Amaya. He continues to make very solid contact of late. One away, and here is Miles Mastroboni. Mastroboni playing second base, batting ninth. Has not played in the series so far. Let's see if he can start a one-out rally. Fastball by Cole is in there for a strike. Cole, the unanimous 2023 American League Cy Young Award winner. It's quite a group of Yankee pitchers who have been Cy Young winners, by the way. I was looking at that earlier. 1 ball and 1 strike on Mastroboni. Ron was out of the booth for a moment. I said that Cole was the unanimous Cy Young winner a year ago, the 6th such in Yankee history, joining Roger Clemens in 2001, Ron Guidry in 1978, swinging a foul back, Whitey Ford in 1961, Sparky Lyle 1977, and a right-hander by the name of Bob Turley way back in 1958.
Pretty good names on that list, I would say.
Great history with this Yankees franchise. Not surprising considering they've won more World Series than any other team, 27. Soft line drive caught on the left side of the infield by Jazz Chisholm. He caught it where a shortstop normally plays. He is the Yankees' third baseman, and now there are 2 down, and the batter, Ian Happ.
And that's the thing. When I get a chance to come back to Chicago and play for the Cubs, and my hometown team, as we've talked about many times, and loved it. And then from Chicago, I went to New York. And I think the one thing that you realize when you put that uniform on is Judge is going to make the catch then this inning. The line drive off Happ. That history that you talk about, it instantly you see it immediately when you sign with the Yankees.
We're going to talk more about that when we come back. Happ retired on the fly ball to center. 3 up, 3 down at the end of 2. Cubs 2, Yankees 1. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Anything can happen anytime in any game right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit FordService.com for important details and limitations.
See Broadway's spellbinding spectacular in Chicago. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Join the next adventure as Harry and his son set off on a mind-blowing race through time. Brought to life before your eyes and beyond your imagination. It's time to believe in magic at Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. September 10th through February 1st at the James M. Niederlander Theater. Get tickets at BroadwayInChicago.com.
Now, 2 Pigeons and Coach Prime bemoaning the fact you can stream DirecTV satellite-free.
Look at these humans watching pro football on DirecTV without a satellite dish.
I've been watching them watch football for so long, I feel like I could coach like you, Coach Prime.
Coaching ain't as easy as finding your games on DirecTV. How you gonna beat a corner blitz on 3rd and long?
I'd probably just fly over it.
Actually, that's pretty good.
Stream football without a satellite dish. Visit DirecTV.com.
Lowe's knows that for pros, time is money. And that's why with the Lowe's app, we've made saving time easy. You can authorize crew members to make purchases at Lowe's stores on your behalf. They can pay quickly by scanning a QR code for a simple checkout every time. Now that's what we call saving time in store with the Lowe's app. So you have more time to get the job done because Lowe's knows pros.
Thank you. 3rd inning, right-hander Jamison Tyone, former Yankee pitcher himself for a couple of years, delivers a swinging strike to Gleyber Torres. Torres, the leadoff man, struck out to begin the ball game. Cubs got 2 in the first, a 2-run single by Isaac Paredes. Yankees scored on an Anthony Volpe sac fly in the 2nd inning. But Ron, you were talking about being a Yankee and all the history, and I just remember going there for years and years as a visiting broadcaster. And one of the things that always struck me was the Yankee highlight film that they would always play during the visiting team's batting practice every single day. Now, if that's not intimidation, I don't know what is.
I always laughed, when I was playing for the Twins or, mainly the Twins back then, to go into Yankee Stadium. I used to laugh and go, this is like the ultimate, right? And then when you become a Yankee, you're like, yeah, this is probably worth about 2 runs. We're already 2-0 up. We haven't even thrown a pitch yet.
2-2 pitch.
It's crazy. It was.
Tyone to Torres popped up foul out of play.
I mean, they start rolling through the roll call of players that they would do that Yankeeography. And, you start out with Ruth and then you keep going to the Mantles and Maris and Yogi and Whitey Ford. And then we're playing in the 90s and they had won 3 World Series in a row. And 2-0. They just put it on the board before you start the game.
The thing I did always appreciate, it was narrated by the legendary John Facenda. Here comes the 2-2 down low. Now, a lot of people are probably not really familiar with John unless you have followed National Football League highlight films over the last half century. Right. You know who he is.
Absolutely.
He had that dramatic way of enunciating and made great players. For some reason, he made them sound even greater.
Godlike. You just did. You're listening to him. And I remember being a Twin and standing out in right field after taking my batting practice and ground balls. And I caught myself early in my big league career watching it. And I'm like, what are you doing? You're playing right into their hand.
Torres lines a base hit into left center. Over to pick it up is Crow Armstrong. He hits a leadoff single for Gleyber Torres. Before Soto steps in, we step away 10 for ID. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs talk on the Bernstein and Holmes Show weekdays, 10 a.m. to 2 on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
With former Cub and former Yankee and former All-Star Ron Coomer, Pat Hughes at Wrigley, Zach Zaidman working alongside. Rich Wyatt is our engineer at the controls. We all thank you for joining us. Cubs badly in need of a win. Leading 2-1 in the third. They have been shut out in each of the first 2 games by the Yanks. And now Juan Soto waits and swings and misses. Getting back to John Facenda, though, for years he was the guy who narrated the Super Bowl highlight film every year. I mean, for 25 years. He passed away. He was a newsman in Philadelphia, but just had that extraordinary voice. Joe DiMaggio. And he would enunciate every single syllable beautifully. Here's the 0-2 pitch fouled away. But they would play that highlight film and Mickey Mantle and Joe DiMaggio and Yogi Berra. And I was riveted by it. And it was very intimidating.
Well, you'd be down on the field and, your team's taking BP. And, early in my career, I get caught up watching it.
Soto strikes out on a beautiful curveball by Jamison Tyone. He really pulled the string, almost like a changeup curveball, and that's out number 1.
And, then as, we were discussing last inning, you join the Yankees and you become a Yankee. And then right from like day 1 of spring training, you get a speech from George Steinbrenner, Brian Cashman, and Joe Torre to start camp off. And then all the guys that are in camp are all the guys that you've seen on the Yankeeography, from Goose Gossage and Guidry and Nettles, you're going to get a little work at third base and talk to somebody about playing third. Yeah, Craig Nettles. He's going to be your guy.
Pretty good coach, was he?
Yeah, okay, that's great. Yep, I like it.
You listened to him, didn't you?
Very much so. Just be quiet and just ask one question to get him going, and then you just listen. That's what it was like, and every day.
Judge had a single his first time. The big man will swing and miss a curveball, 1-2. Judge 2 for 7 in the series. Cubs lead 2-1. We're in the third inning. Now, Zach and I were talking about you playing in New York before you got to the booth today. They had a different way of saying your name instead of Ron Coomer. It was more like Ron Kuma. Hey, I think Zach could probably do it even better than me. But Ron, it's like they put an extra syllable in there.
Zach's the local guy from there, you know that. Yeah, Ron Kuma.
Mm-hmm. Here's the breaking ball down low, 2-2.
You get the Ronnie. Yeah. Yeah, I know where they're from. Yeah. They're not my family from the south side of Chicago. I know that.
What did Dorothy say? We're not in Kansas anymore. Wizard of Oz. Outside, it's now 3-2 on Aaron Judge. You got one away in the inning. Torres at first. Let's see if he is moving. He's being held by Bellinger. Short lead. He's not going. And Judge takes ball 4 down low. It is a walk to Judge. It puts men at first and second with one away. Cubs lead 2-1, and the batter Austin Wells.
Let's see if J-Mo now 1 out. He could use a ground ball here. Wells, catcher, has been swinging the bat well, but is also a double play candidate.
Wells flied to center his first time. Here's the pitch on the way. Wells will check his swing and take low and in. Wells had a clutch 2-run single in the opener in their 3-0 win. He drove in the first run yesterday with a ground out, and the Yankees held on to win. So he's had some key runs batted in already. As he pops one up, this is playable from Mastroboni. The infield fly rule is in effect, and that is out number 2. Big out.
Yeah, excellent pitch by J-Mo. A little backdoor breaking ball. Wells stays on it pretty well, but, you know, because of the speed being taken off the pitch, kind of runs out of bat and just pops this ball up.
2 outs, 2 on for Giancarlo Stanton. Two very big men facing each other right here. Tyone's pitch popped up. Playable, foul territory for Bellinger. He's got it, running down the line in foul territory from first base. Good pitch, right in on the hands. No runs for the Yanks. They leave a pair, middle of inning number 3. Cubs 2, Yankees 1. This is the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Justin Steele. Listen to every game here on Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Home ownership. At Progressive, we know it's part of the American dream. It's the land of the free and the home of student drivers ready to back into your new fence at any given time. It's firing up a round of burgers and dogs on your rusty grill with a faulty gas line that engulfs your tool shed in flames. It's also around-the-clock protection when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, which can help keep the American dream of home ownership alive and kicking. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit FordService.com for important details and limitations.
Now, 2 Pigeons and Coach Prime bemoaning the fact you can stream DirecTV satellite-free.
These humans get the biggest college football games on DirecTV,
And we don't even get a satellite dish.
Enough squawking.
It's Coach Prime.
Bring it in. Sure, they could get all that college football without a dish, but you still got your passion, your drive, your resolve, your
incredible career as a football icon.
No, that's me.
Stream the biggest college football games. No satellite dish. Visit DirecTV.com.
Dansby Swanson is on deck. Who's on deck is sponsored by On Deck. Need a small business loan fast? Apply today at OnDeck.com.
Swanson hit into a fielder's choice, but then able to score one of the 2 runs on that clutch 2-out single by Isak Paredes in the first. Both runs unearned against Garrett Cole. There was an error by Torres in the inning, which prolonged the frame. Cubs leading 2-1. Swanson, Suzuki, and Bellinger against Garrett Cole. Fastball is outside for a ball. Cubs offense has done well. Before today, they did nothing in terms of run scoring, being shut out twice. 3-0 and 2-0. Cubs have now suffered 15 shutouts. Bouncing ball, base hit left field. Dansby Swanson, a leadoff single, sharp ground ball just out of the backhanded diving, lunging try by the shortstop Volpe. He would not have had a play even had he gotten leather on it. And it is a leadoff single for Swanson. Cubs offense showing a little bit of life. It's their third hit against Garrett Cole. And here is Suzuki. This guy's a quality pitcher, Ron. You look at what Garrett Cole has done. Before today, 73 games above 500 for Garrett Cole. 151 wins against only 78 losses. That's a valuable guy to have on your staff. Here comes the 1-0. Fouled away, and the count 1-1.
Well, I think the one thing, like a comparison when you start looking at pitchers and pitching on good teams and constantly being winners, we used to always mention that about John Lester, right? Johnny was one of those guys that had way above 500 record, and he was a winning pitcher. And I think Garrett Cole fits into that category. I mean, his numbers definitely do, but dominant, right? Year after year after year. You're talking about a very dominant guy.
He was the first overall pick in the amateur draft back in 2011. Fastball is down low. He's a Southern Californian from Newport Beach, and he attended UCLA. And then the Pirates made him the #1 pick. I'll tell you what I remember, Ron. His rookie season was 2013. He started the year in the minors at Indianapolis and then joined the Pirates about, I'd say, around August 1st or thereabouts. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on a slow curveball, and that's out #1. But he stepped right into the rotation, and if you remember, the Pirates were a good team at that time. They were in the playoffs, I think, that year and the next year or two. But he acted like he had been there for 4 or 5 years, and here he was making his 5th and 6th big league start.
Right. Well, he was confident. He had a great arm, obviously, but through strikes, he was on the attack, and that has never changed since he's gotten the league.
Bellinger takes a fastball high. It should be noted he was the losing pitcher against Jake Arrieta in the wild card playoff game of 2015. Kyle Schwarber hit one of Garrett Cole's pitches, and it landed in the Allegheny River. Outside for a ball, 2-0. Dexter Fowler also had a good game, but once the Cubs got like a 2 or 3 run lead, the way Arrieta was pitching, it was over.
Yeah, it was. That's exactly right. Jake just slammed the door, and there was nothing you were going to do about it.
And he did pitch a complete game shutout. Can that really be almost 9 years ago? It is so vivid, Ron, in my memory. How about you?
Oh, yeah, that game. I just remember when Kyle hit that ball into the river, you could just feel the air get sucked right out of PNC Ballpark. Fans, the opposing team, it was just in their face, and Jake, and they just weren't going to score.
And they didn't.
They didn't.
Aramis Ramirez was on that Pirate team. Swing and a miss by Bellinger, and the count 0-2, or rather 3-2. Full count on Cody with a man at first, one away, third inning. Cubs lead 2-1. But I remember that night the Cubs beat the Pirates. Big celebration in the clubhouse at PNC Park. And then it was out to the bus, to the airport, and the Cubs flew to St. Louis. Remember that?
Absolutely.
Had a day off in St. Louis and then started the division series against the Cards. Swinging a pop-up left side, playable for the third baseman Chisholm. And he'll make the catch, and that's going to be out #2. 2 gone. Cubs lead 2-1, bottom of the third, and here is Mike Tauchman.
Mike Cole has had, he's got a great arm, but he's had great command of that fastball today, fastball cutter to the left-handed hitter, and he likes to throw that pitch up and in the strike zone. So the top of the zone, inside corner. And like we said, it's just a really tough pitch to get the barrel to, and it's a strike.
Topman had a base on balls his first time. Garrett Cole misses outside. I mentioned Cole matched up with Jake Arrieta for that 2015 wild card game. It makes sense when you look at what he did in the regular season. 19-8,
yep.
A 2.6 ERA, 32 starts.
What was his ERA again?
2.60.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, he's had a fine career.
Third inning is sponsored by Grainger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs and Wrigley Field. Call, click Grainger.com or just stop by.
Anthony Rizzo over to talk with Garrett Cole. The catcher, Wells, also out. Almost like something's bothering Garrett Cole. Maybe not.
Well, they keep looking to throw over to Swanson with Swanson at first. And I think Anthony might be saying, just let him go. Don't worry about the runner. Let's get the hitter. Not quite sure, but, they've faked a throw over to first base 3 times now. We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Ready for the resumption of play now. Topman waiting, swings and misses. Off-speed pitch, might have been a changeup. He throws his changeup harder than some guys throw their fastball. 90-mile-per-hour changeup. And now the 2-1. Throw to first again. Very conscious about Dansby Swanson, who's not a real adventuresome base runner.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that they're giving Dansby this much thought. The catcher's faked the throw over. They've thrown over. To me, if he goes, he goes. You got 2 outs in the inning. The concentration to me, and this has nothing to do with Dansby, there's 2 outs. So your concentration needs to be at home plate and not really worry about the runner.
Swanson does have 15 stolen bases, which is more than I thought if I didn't know the answer. He's only been caught 3 times. Very good base runner, Dansby Swanson. Alert. 2-2 on Topman. Big crowd at Wrigley. We've had right around 40,000 each of the first 2 games. 40,000 plus, in fact, both games. Now the pitch to Topman. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit. 1 left after 3. Cubs 2, Yankees 1. This is the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Chicago Cubs memories are made right here with Pat, Ron, and Zach on the Cubs Radio Network.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted it close to town with a picture window overlooking a yard. And you found it. Now when you sit down to dinner, you've got front row seats too. Your neighbor's daily pickleball game. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states.
Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you too. Discover all of you, all in one place. World-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit fordservice.com for important details and limitations.
The out-of-town scoreboard is fueled by Citgo Dry Clean Gasoline. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Mets and Reds are scoreless in the last of the sixth in New York. Meantime, the Braves a 1-0 lead over the Blue Jays after 6 innings of play. Jared Kelnick with a solo shot for Atlanta. Pat?
Mets have a 9-game winning streak, and they have actually taken over the 3rd spot, moving ahead of Atlanta by 1 game. Right now, the Braves are on the outside looking in. Mets with their longest winning streak in 6 seasons. You always dream, Ron, about having a winning streak right about this time of the year, because if you get hot now, the feeling I think always would be, here's a fly ball to shallow center. Coming in is Crow Armstrong battling the sun, and he'll give way to Tauchman, the right fielder, who had a different angle, and the sun was not quite the issue it was for Pete. And that's out number 1. But the theory is, when you get hot in mid to late September, you're hoping that'll just carry right through the playoffs and all the way to the World Series.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no doubt about that. And, the Cubs saw that. They were, a very good team going through 16, and they continued right on through to the end of the beginning of November, winning that final game.
Yankees winning pitcher, former Cub Jose Quintana yesterday, his 100th career win. And coming into the game today, Zach said no score Reds and Mets at Citi Field. They're in the 6th inning. That means the Mets have not trailed in a game in the last 77 innings.
Wow.
It's almost 9 full games. Not even trailing after an inning. Here comes the 1-1. Rizzo swings and misses. Anthony choking up these days.
Yeah, Anthony's trying to hit one to the street, that's for sure. He wants a Waveland Avenue ball before he leaves here. So I would anticipate him looking to go deep in this game.
Cubs leading 2-1, 1 away, top of the 4th inning. Tyon's 1-2. Breaking ball low and in. 2-2. Mets had some bad news about Jeff McNeil out with a right wrist fracture. And that injury will keep him on the sideline for the rest of the regular season. And he's been a key player.
Yeah.
Second baseman, batting champion. Rizzo hits a fly ball to left, playable for Happ. And that's going to be out number 2. Rizzo not really pulling the ball that much in this series, Ron.
Yeah, and they're trying to stay away from him some. The last thing you want to do is throw something down and into Anthony and let him club one to right. And this is a good pitch. It starts out that down and in spot, but it's a running fastball that ends up down and away. And all he can do is just go with this ball and hit a routine out to tee and out.
2 down, nobody on for Anthony Volpe. And Volpe will take a strike. It's time to play the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. I will start off with 40,004. It's very similar to a guess we made a day or two ago, and it seemed to work out fine. And we've had right around 40, so I'm going to stay in that same mode. Volpe had a sac fly his first time, a line drive to left, a play on which Happ made a great diving catch. But a run did score after the grab.
I will say 39,800 today.
So you think the Sunday audience is a little thinner?
Well, I think there's a few factors. I do. I think there's a few factors today. A lot going on in our city today. The Bears are playing. The Taste of Chicago is going on. The Cubs and the Yankees. There's a lot going on here in Chicago.
The weather is nice. Swing and a miss by Volpe, and they count 3-2.
I'm going to go 40,100.
You're kind of squeezing the Hall of Famer, aren't you?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Stuck in the middle with you.
Yeah.
Steelers wheel.
going to have to
Years
borrow
ago.
some of that makeup you got for your TV side if we're going to go there.
3-2 pitch, strike three call. Anthony Volpe caught looking. No runs, no hits. One person stuck in the middle. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. The score, the Cubs 2 and the Yankees 1. This is the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Listen to every Cubs game all season long right here on the Chicago Cubs radio network.
Being able to share your passion with your son is magic.
Eyes on the ball.
Being able to see it live because you donated? That's Plasmagic. See how donating at Octapharma Plasma can make a difference in your life and the lives of others at plasmagic.com.
Home ownership. At Progressive, we know it's part of the American dream. It's majestic golden eagles and other less majestic birds taunting you through the baseball-sized hole in your new windows. It's soaring guitar solos performed through faulty wiring in your garage, which subsequently erupts into flames. It's also around-the-clock protection when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, which can help keep the American dream of home ownership alive and kicking. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit FordService.com for important details and limitations.
Now, 2 Pigeons and Coach Prime bemoaning the fact you can stream DirecTV satellite-free.
Look at these humans watching pro football on DirecTV without a satellite dish.
I've been watching them watch football for so long, I feel like I could coach like you, Coach Prime.
Coaching ain't as easy as finding your games on DirecTV. How you gonna beat a corner blitz on 3rd and long?
I'd probably just fly over it.
Actually, that's pretty good.
Stream football without a satellite dish. Visit DirecTV.com.
League Leaders are sponsored by the Village of New Lenox, leading the way in residential and economic development. Bobby Wick Jr. of the Royals leading the majors in batting average. He's hitting .335. Aaron Judge, 51 home runs and 125 RBIs, both leading the big leagues. And Ellie De La Cruz of the Reds, 62 stolen bases. Chris Sale is the ERA leader with 2.38.
Isaac Paredes backs away from some high heat. 1 ball and 1 strike. Thanks, Zach. Bottom of inning number 4. Cubs leading 2-1. And before the bottom of this 4th inning, Kerry Wood and Aramis Ramirez were standing out on the field beyond the third base coaching box area, wearing their blue blazer Cubs Hall of Fame jackets. And they acknowledged this great crowd waving. Big day for both of them. And they were thrilled. It was just an honor for me, Ron, to be on the periphery and to be involved on the field with them. I saw, I think, just about every Cubs game that both of them ever played and broadcast all of them. High fly ball off the bat of Paredes to center. Judge battling the sun. Does he see it? Yes. Makes the catch. Back near the track. That's out number 1. Can't believe it's been 26 years since Kerry Wood pitched that epic 20 strikeout game. We had him on the air yesterday, and just a good man, good family. Wife Sarah, 3 children.
Great teammate. That's his very good teammate. You know, I had a chance to say hi to Larry Rothschild, who was in the hallway here.
Right.
Yeah, right at the beginning of the ball game, and great for Larry, who is his pitching coach. And just, everybody has somewhat similar things to say about Woody. I did not get to know Aramis. I just knew that he could flat out hit.
You would have enjoyed watching him every day, as Ron Santo and I did during his time here. Now, sure, you love the homers and the RBIs. He was close to 30 homers and close to 100, sometimes over both of those figures. And a great defensive player at third. Not just good, I would say a great defender. Here's a pop-up down the left field line and a lunging catch by Volpe. Good play by Volpe after a long run, battling the sun. able to reach out and lunge to make a backhanded catch over near the left field line. Nice play.
Yeah, that's a big-time catch. He goes a long way to get this ball. And if he doesn't catch this ball, there's no telling what that ball is going to do. And with that being Pete Armstrong, he was already at second base. He might have ended up at third base on that play.
Here's Miguel Amaya batting, 2 down, nobody on. But what I like to remember from Aramis Ramirez, Ron, with those 2 out at-bats he had, with either a guy at second or third or both, and he would take an off-speed pitch and line it into the opposite field, just a solid single over the second baseman's head, and get the RBIs and get the job done.
It's
great to watch.
That's a guy that knows how to hit, knows what the other team is going to give you, and you take advantage of it.
Here's a swing and a high pop fly, shallow right. Soto coming in, and he'll make the catch. But Tom Ricketts made a speech. Of course, Crane Kenny, the president of business operations, was there, and they are very instrumental in creating and perpetuating this Cubs Hall of Fame. And we thank both Tom and Crane in that regard. 3 up, 3 down. Zach is going to join Ron in a moment. At the end of 4, Cubs 2, Yankees 1. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for Cubs baseball all season long. This is the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
See Broadway's spellbinding spectacular in Chicago, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Join Harry and his son on the next adventure, September 10th through February 1st at the James M. Niederlander Theater. Get tickets at BroadwayInChicago.com.
Lowe's knows to start fall projects, you need reliable outdoor power equipment from Ego. Right now, get your choice of a select 56-volt blower or chainsaw for $249. The 56-volt technology powers over 80 tools, so you can switch from blowing leaves to cutting trees with ease. Save time and money with Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Valid through 10/2. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. Item number 5207558 and item number 4354078.
Home ownership. At Progressive, we know it's part of the American dream. It's majestic golden eagles and other less majestic birds taunting you through the baseball-sized hole in your new windows. It's soaring guitar solos performed through faulty wiring in your garage, which subsequently erupts into flames. It's also around-the-clock protection when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, which can help keep the American dream of home ownership alive and kicking. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit FordService.com for important details and limitations.
Alex Verdugo looks at a breaking ball low to begin the top of the 5th here at Wrigley Field. It's the Cubs with a 2-1 lead over the Yankees. Righty-lefty battle as Jamison Tyone rocks back and fires. Outside, 2-0. Cubs struck first in the first, a 2-run single by Isaac Paredes. Yankees got their run in the second on a sacrifice fly. Here's the pitch. Verdugo takes a strike, a cutter in the zone, 2-1 the count. Bernstein and Holmes talk Cubs baseball on Chicago sports every weekday from 10 to 2 on 670 The Score and the Odyssey app. It's a gorgeous afternoon here at the friendly confines. The pitch on the outside corner for a strike, 2-2. Another cutter from Tyone. Light wind blowing out. Hazy sunshine. Temperature in the 60s. Now the 2-2 delivery. And a ground ball hit to short. Sliding backhand attempt by Swanson, but the ball gets by him and rolls into left center field. That's a base hit for Verdugo. Leadoff single here in the 5th for the Yankees. Verdugo represents the tying run. Cubs with a 2-1 lead. The pitch clock is powered by Work Zone Safety. Make sure you follow Work Zone signs. It's not a game. So Verdugo at first being held on by Bellinger. And now the batter is Gleyber Torres, who's 1 for 2 today. Right-handed batter. The pitch. Inside, 1-0. Tyone misses with a fastball. We're in the Potawatomi Casino Hotel 5th inning. Light up your senses. And the pitch. A bouncing ball up the third base line, fielded behind the back by Paredes. Across the body throw in time to get Torres. One away, advancing to second on the play, Verdugo. First out, sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once.
Nice play at third by Paredes coming in. Ball right over the bag at third base. Catches it, clears himself with a bag, then throws that sidearm throw. Perfect strike to Belly at first.
So now Juan Soto at the plate with Verdugo at second. Pitch taken for a strike. 0-1, a cutter by Tyone. Soto is 0 for 2 today. Grounded out in the first, struck out swinging in the third. But always dangerous with a bat in his hands. He's got 38 home runs. The pitch outside, 1-1 the count. And along with those 38 home runs, he's hitting .292 and he's driven in 98 runs this season. An OPS of better than 1,000. That's elite level. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Tyone went with something off speed there, and that fooled Soto.
Yeah, Soto has, when you look at his swing and his approach at the plate, uses the whole field. He's got unbelievable bat speed, and the great finish of his swing where, when you look at guys with incredible bat speed, their back shoulder ends up being pointed towards the shortstop for a left-hander, where his swing starts and gets a full turn and finish. It's just a great stroke that he features.
Here comes the 1-2. Called strike 3. Tyone freezing Soto with a slow-moving breaking ball on the outside corner.
Perfect pitch by J-Mo. This one starts out away. Little breaking ball, and that's what he talked out in the pregame show is he has to have command of his breaking stuff away to the lefties. When he does, he's very tough to hit. Starts this ball away, it catches the outside corner.
So 2 down, a man at second in Verdugo. The batter, Aaron Judge. And the pitch is lined on one hop to Paredes. His throw across is in time to get Judge. And Tyone strands Verdugo at second base. Middle 5, it's the Cubs with a 2-1 lead over the Yankees on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Jamison Tyone. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs radio network.
Now, 2 Pigeons and Coach Prime bemoaning the fact you can stream DirecTV satellite-free.
Look at these humans watching pro football on DirecTV without a satellite dish.
I've been watching them watch football for so long, I feel like I could coach like you, Coach Prime.
Coaching ain't as easy as finding your games on DirecTV. How you gonna beat a corner blitz on 3rd and long?
I'd probably just fly over it.
Actually, that's pretty good.
Stream football without a satellite dish. Visit DirecTV.com.
Home ownership. At Progressive, we know it's part of the American dream. It's majestic golden eagles and other less majestic birds taunting you through the baseball-sized hole in your new windows. It's soaring guitar solos performed through faulty wiring in your garage, which subsequently erupts into flames. It's also around-the-clock protection when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, which can help keep the American dream of home ownership alive and kicking. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you, too. Discover all of you, all in one place. World-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
Miles Mastrobuoni at the plate to lead off the last of the 5th for the Cubs. Got a 2-1 lead over the Yankees. Garrett Cole on the mound, and the pitch is high and outside to Mastrobuoni, 1-0. Today is the last day to get your 50-50 raffle tickets with the current jackpot. Let me see here. $166,209. Wow. Here comes the 1-0 to Mastrobuoni. He pulls one foul off the top of the roof of the Yankees dugout along the first base line. You could hear that on our microphone, perfectly placed by our engineer, Rich Wyatt. Great job.
Mm-hmm. Coming in hot. Whew.
That is a loud-sounding strike. 1-1 the count. Mastrobuoni waits. Cole works his motion and the pitch. In there for a strike, one of those slow-moving breaking balls.
Yeah, after you turn around that fastball like that, now you get the slow hook. There's no surprise.
All right, so now if you're the hitter, I like this game. If you're Mastrobuoni, what are you looking for now?
Well, to me, when you watch Cole, he's been getting the left-handed hitters out, up and in. So that it's an odd thing, but you almost got to look in against this guy and be prepared for that pitch.
Pitch, swing and a miss. You're right. Strike 3. Got him with a blazing fastball, clocked at 95 miles per hour. 1 away.
Yeah, he's a guy that, he's got command of that fastball tonight up in the zone, and yep.
Yeah, the yup is all you needed to say.
It's tough. It's tough to cover all of his weapons when he's got that good fastball and cutter inside to the lefty.
Ian Happ fouls one off the screen, 0-1 the count. So as I was saying earlier with the 50-50 raffle tickets, right now the jackpot is at $166,626. Get your tickets now through the end of the game at cubs.com/raffle. The pitch. That's high and outside, 1-1 now on Happ. So you can get your tickets online at cubs.com/raffle, or if you're here from a Wrigley Field raffle ambassador through the 8th inning. 1-1 the count, 1 away, bottom 5. Cubs with a 2-1 lead over the Yankees. Cole delivers. And Hack looks at the ball outside, 2-1, a slider that missed. We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. The pitch is low, 3-1. Happ is 1 for 2 today, doubled in the first, flat out to center in the second. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the right-hander Cole. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 3-2.
And once again, that's that fastball up in the zone. Cole lives at the top of the strike zone with the fastball and cutter. And against the lefties, he really likes to run that fastball inside on that corner.
The payoff pitch. Called strike 3. Happ frozen with a slow-moving knuckle curveball from Cole.
Yeah, this pitch top of the zone, inside again. Ian takes this pitch, and he knows it immediately. It's a strikeout.
So here's Dansby Swanson, 1 for 2 today. He singled in the third. The pitch. Foul back off the screen. That one might have taken out another one of Rich Wyatt's microphones there.
Rich getting beat up today, that gear. Sorry, Richie.
Yeah, that's an expensive trip to the ballpark for Rich Wyatt. That invoice, not going to look good to the bosses. Here comes the 0-1. That's outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Curveball that missed.
Good thing we're going to L.A. You got a week to fix it, Richie.
The 1-1. Swanson check swing on a pitch off the outside. 2-1 the count.
I want the picture of you and Paul Zarang hanging from a ladder down there by that by that microphone. Yeah, while we're gone. Yeah, that's what I want to see.
The 2-1 to Swanson is a called strike on the outside corner. Fastball, 97 miles per hour from the right-hander Cole. 2-2. 2 down here in the last of the 5th. Cubs with a 2-1 lead over the Yankees. Cubs trying to prevent a sweep by the Bronx Bombers. And Cubs are finally on the board in this series thanks to Isaac Paredes, who had a 2-run single in the first. Cubs were shut out in the first 2 games of this series. Cole winds and deals. The 2-2 is bounced foul off to the left by Swanson. By the way, Rich Wyatt did make his guess in the Vinny's Beverage Depot attendance game. We should announce it publicly before they actually give us the official attendance here today. Richie going with 41,000 is his guess this afternoon, so good luck. Now, the 2-2. Swanson swings and misses strike three. Cole gets him with a cutter, and Cole strikes out the side in the fifth. After 5, it's the Cubs 2, Yankees 1 on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for Cubs baseball all season long. This is the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
See Broadway's spellbinding spectacular in Chicago, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Join Harry and his son on the next adventure, September 10th through February 1st at the James M. Niederlander Theater. Get tickets at BroadwayInChicago.com.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted it close to town, with a picture window overlooking a yard. And you found it. Now, when you sit down to dinner, you've got front row seats too. Your neighbor's daily pickleball game. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit FordService.com for important details and limitations.
Now, 2 Pigeons and Coach Prime bemoaning the fact you can stream DirecTV satellite-free.
Look at these humans watching pro football on DirecTV without a satellite dish.
I've been watching them watch football for so long, I feel like I could coach like you, Coach Prime.
Coaching ain't as easy as finding your games on DirecTV. How you gonna beat a corner blitz on 3rd and long?
I'd probably just fly over it.
Actually, that's pretty good.
Stream football without a satellite dish. Visit DirecTV.com.
Today's Woodman's home run inning contestant is Diane Bielfuss. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, from Bartlett, who will win the Woodman's gift card jackpot of $150 if a Northsider hits a home run this inning. You can enter with a QR code at any Chicago area Woodman. So good luck, Diane. Today's Woodman's home run inning contestant, service and savings. That's Woodman's. Pat?
Zach, would you like to try to pronounce that again? Here's Austin Wells leading off against Jamison Tyone. Pitch outside, 2 balls and no strikes.
I pronounced it Bielfuss. I'll spell it. I hope I'm saying it right. Bielfuss. Bielfuss.
I think you did beautifully. Bielfuss sounds right to me. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Austin Wells. And it is in there for a strike, 2-1. We thank you for joining us on Cubs baseball today. The Cubs lead 2-1, 6th inning. Cubs trying to salvage something from this weekend series. 3rd straight low-scoring game between the two teams. A check swing by Wells. He's ruled to have swung too far. Third base umpire Mark Carlson made that final decision. So the count 2-2. Tyone has given up 5 hits, but he has scattered them and he has stayed out of trouble. Yankees got their only run in the 2nd inning. A sac fly by Anthony Volpe. Now the 2-2 to Wells. Pulled on the ground to first, fielded by Bellinger. Underhand feed to Tyone, out number 1. Wells bounces out. The batter, John Carlos Stanton. Cubs scored there 2 in the 1st inning, both runs unearned. An error by the second baseman Torres kept the inning alive for Isaac Paredes to drive in 2 with a soft single into left center. So the Cubs lead 2-1. 1 away here in the 6th inning, and Stanton will take outside. Tyone pitched a very good ball game earlier this week. No decision. That was the Monday night game against the Pirates. Here's a fastball that misses. The Tyone turned in one of his best outings of the year. 7 shutout innings of 3 hit ball with only 1 walk against the Pirates. He had no decision. Here's a smash, foul past third, just foul. Mark Carlson right on top of that call. Mark, a Joliet native. Excellent umpire.
I've been around the league a long time. Great guy. I've known Mark a long time.
Met him at a dinner in that area not too long ago.
The Old Timers dinner that
Thanks
you
to
spoke
you,
at.
Ron.
Yeah.
You pretty much set that up for me. Fastball is inside and the count now 3-1. Very nice audience. It was fun.
Yeah, very much so. It's been a long time banquet. Yep. Baseball banquet in Joliet.
Now the 3-1 to Stanton. Fly ball to center field deep, but it is playable, I believe, for Crow Armstrong. Battling the sun. He lost the ball in the sun. Stanton not running all that hard, jogging into second base. Had he run hard from the start, he might be at third right now. You could tell Crow Armstrong, as all of the outfielders have all day long run, they're battling a sun in the middle of the diamond in particular, and Pete never saw that ball.
Never saw it. He's standing right next to where the ball lands, and it almost lands at his feet. It never really gets the glove up like he's going to catch it. He just did not see it. And as we remember, a couple innings ago, Tachman caught that ball in more center field, and he ran way over to catch that ball, to get that ball out of the sun for Pete Crow Armstrong. Everybody in the middle of the diamond is having issue with that ball up in the air.
It is a 3-base hit. You have to give him a hit on that one. You can't really charge a man with an error because he can't see the ball. How is he supposed to catch it? But it is frustrating, I'm sure, for example, the pitcher, Jamison Tyone. He thought he had a very difficult hitter out.
Yep.
And he gets to reach third instead.
And I'll say this, Stanton has had some leg issues, and he has not been running. Yesterday, if you recall, that was the same thing, and I required, he's kind of trying to conserve his legs just so he can stay in the lineup.
As Chisholm batting with one away and a man at second base. And Chisholm will take a strike, 0-1. Yankees are the best road team in the big leagues, 45-29. Tyone, the big 6'4" right-hander, fires. Fastball is a little bit low, and the count 1-1. Seattle thumping St. Louis today, 9-2 Mariners in the fifth inning in Missouri. Toronto has taken a 2-1 lead in Atlanta. They're in the bottom of the eighth inning in Georgia. Swinging a foul back, and the Mets at home tied with the Reds 1-1 in the seventh inning. Again, the Mets moved ahead of Atlanta yesterday, and it's the Mets now occupying the third wild card spot. The Braves are 1 behind, Cubs 6 games behind. Now the 1-2. Breaking ball is low and in, 2-2. Cubs tied with St. Louis, by the way. Both teams 6 games out of that final spot. Regular season ends 3 weeks from today. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball in the dust. And that's out number 2. Good sharp breaking ball by Tyone.
Excellent pitch by J-Mo, and he's got a very good ball game so far. He's getting closer towards the end of his evening or day for the Cubs. Mid-90s in pitches for Tyone.
You got first base open with Anthony Rizzo batting. Anthony Volpe on deck. Volpe, a right-handed batter. Let's see how they work to Rizzo. And the first pitch taken high. Was time called?
I think they called a balk.
A balk has been called on Jamison Tyone. Was it Carlson, the third base umpire, or Walsh, the home plate umpire, that called it? I'm not sure.
I think it was Carlson. I really don't see what the balk was. I don't see. He came set. I'm not sure what caused the balk.
No real argument or any discussion. And the next pitch on the way to Rizzo. Ground ball to first, fielded by Bellinger. Good play. It took a bad hop. He reacted to it and runs over and steps on the bag to end the inning. No runs for the Yankees. They leave one. Middle of inning number 6. Cubs 2, Yankees 1. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted it close to town, with a picture window overlooking a yard. And you found it. Now, when you sit down to dinner, you've got front row seats too. Your neighbor's daily pickleball game. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit FordService.com for important details and limitations.
Now, 2 Pigeons and Coach Prime bemoaning the fact you can stream DirecTV satellite-free.
Look at these humans watching pro football on DirecTV without a satellite dish.
I've been watching them watch football for so long, I feel like I could coach like you, Coach Prime.
Coaching ain't as easy as finding your games on DirecTV. How you gonna beat a corner blitz on 3rd and long?
I'd probably just fly over it.
Actually, that's pretty good.
Stream football without a satellite dish. Visit DirecTV.com.
Seiya Suzuki is on deck. Who's on deck is sponsored by On Deck. Need a small business loan fast? Apply today at OnDeck.com. Pat?
Let's see if the Cubs can build up a little more comfortable lead right now. They have a 2-1 advantage. Seiya Suzuki leading off the bottom of the 6th inning. Garrett Cole has been sharp. Both runs against him unearned. Suzuki has flied to center and struck out. He hits a high fly ball to right. That goes Soto with room on the edge of the track, makes the catch. And that's out number 1. 1 gone. Here is Cody Bellinger.
And in the 4th inning today, it was sponsored by Wintrust, the exclusive home of Cubs checking.
Bellinger has reached on an error and popped out in today's game. Garrett Cole fires. This pitch pulled foul on the ground toward first. Final game of the homestand. The Cubs are on the road in Los Angeles to play the Dodgers late tomorrow night. Got some matchups for you. Bellinger chops it foul. 3 games in L.A. against the Dodgers. A day off Thursday and 3 in Colorado starting Friday night. Tomorrow night, Kyle Hendricks against Walker Buehler. Shota Imanaga will pitch the Tuesday night game. The Dodgers have not announced their starter. Bellinger bounces one slowly up along first. It's a foul ball, Dan Merzel, the first base umpire, waited. At last bounce, kicked the ball foul. Rizzo thought it might have been fair.
Yeah, Anthony thought this ball was fair. Anthony right in behind the bag, and he grabs this ball, touches the bag. Oh, that's pretty close.
Mm-hmm. Where was the ball when it passed the front of the base? Was it in fair territory or foul? That's where the umpire makes the determination.
Undesignated hitters today. They're sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority. Visit online or at their Elmhurst or Lisle showrooms.
Cubs lead 2-1, bottom of the 6th. Cubs with only 3 hits against Cole. There's a swing and a foul back. Had a couple of people asking about the Kerry Wood 20 strikeout game. They said, do you still have that scorecard that you kept when you worked with Ron Santo that day? Absolutely, we do. Here's a pop fly. It's going to be playable on the infield for Volpe or the third baseman Chisholm. It's the latter to make the catch. And that's out number 2. before Tachman bats. 10 for ID. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talk Cubs with us on the Bernstein and Holmes Show, weekdays 10 a.m. until 2 on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WDMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
With former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, Pat Hughes at Wrigley. Cubs leading the Yanks 2-1, bottom of the 6th inning. And the pitch to Tachman is in there for a strike.
Well, you and Kerry did a joint venture with your scorecard.
Sure.
For charity that both you guys have signed the scorecard, right? From his 20 strikeout game, the historic game here at Wrigley. That was so I've got one up in my restaurant, but yeah, that's just a great piece of Cubs history with the two of you.
Go to baseballvoices.com and search for the Kerry Wood 20 strikeout game.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun to see all those K's on the scorecard. Here comes the 2-1 pitch now on the way to Tachman, and it's outside for a ball. 3-1. Baseballvoices.com. We'll be happy to sign those any way you like. Here comes the 3-1 now to Tachman. In there for a strike. And since we're talking about items, Ron, there were also there's a gentleman by the name of Joe Johnson, and he's the proprietor of a store called Obvious Shirts. And I know you've seen these Cubs-related shirts all around town. And
well, they're all over the ballpark. When you walk through the stands, there's people wearing them all over. I've seen them today. Yep.
They've got their dark blue shirts with white lettering, and they're clever. They're fun. A lot about the World Series. I like the one that says the greatest baseball game ever played was on a Wednesday in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Here's a high pop-up foul, right side. Rizzo over. Does he have a room? And Anthony lunging over the tarp, almost made the catch, but did not quite grab it. I think the fans just like to see him make that effort because that's really what Anthony was all about when he was a Cub.
Yeah, he had some historic catches that everybody will remember of him climbing up the tarp and on the side wall and leaping into the stands to make some catches. That was all part of that 2016 World Series highlights of the season and seasons after. Now, I know you're not going to say this, but I'm going to force you to anyway. What are some of the Hughesisms on the shirts that we got?
Here's the 3-2 pitch to Tachman, and it's strike 3 call. We'll get back to this when we come back. Cubs do nothing. We go to the 7th inning. It's the Cubs 2 and the Yankees 1. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer are Chicago's Sound of Summer on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Reese's ready-to-serve deli salads and ready-to-heat side dishes make good times easy. Crowd pleasers like Reese's Deviled Egg Potato Salad and Macaroni and Cheese are full of flavor and quick and easy to serve. Reese's, proud sponsor of good times.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted it close to town with a picture window overlooking a yard. And you found it. Now when you sit down to dinner, you've got front row seats too. Your neighbor's daily pickleball game. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states.
See Broadway's spellbinding spectacular in Chicago. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Join the next adventure as Harry and his son set off on a mind-blowing race through time. Brought to life before your eyes and beyond your imagination. It's time to believe in magic at Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. September 10th through February 1st at the James M. Niederlander Theater. Get tickets at BroadwayInChicago.com.
Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you too. Discover all of you, all in one place. world-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
Seventh inning here at Wrigley. Nate Pearson becomes the new pitcher. Another sparkling outing by Jamison Tyone. It's his game to win as we move to inning number 7.
J-Mo, excellent job. Yep, 97 pitches he threw with 1 run in 6 innings. Great job by Jamison.
Cubs pitching changes run, always sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. We were talking about the obvious shirts. Go to obviousshirts.com, OBVIOUS shirts.com.
Okay, so now for the fans, I'm going to put you on the spot here a little bit. See if the fans, this one, I really like this one. It's got the tape measure on it. And it says, "Get out the tape measure longer."
Here's the next pitch in there for a strike.
Does that sound familiar, partner? That's a little bit familiar.
That's printed on one of these shirts. And there's an actual tape measure with 400 in red kind of highlighted, and it says "long gone." But that's a favorite. And
well, this one is really good because if I've had one fan ask me about this, I've had 1,000 over the last 11 years. Is you describing the uniforms, and you're quoted on the shirt, so I'm not going to steal your thunder. No, I want you to do it. What does this one say?
Pearson working on Anthony Volpe, and the next pitch inside. Cubs lead 2-1. We're in the 7th inning. Okay, here's what the shirt says. Home whites with the blue pinstripes all over, blue hats, numbers, sleeves, and socks, and a variety of shoe colors.
And then at the bottom it says Pet Hughes.
But go to obviousshirts.com, all kinds of stuff. If you're a Cub fan, it's a Cubs T-shirt related store is what it is. And I think you'll get a big kick out of it. A swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's out number 1. Good fastball. Cubs lead by a run, but Joe Johnson is a longtime friend of the Cubs. He's done a lot of great work with the Cubs over the years, so we just wanted people to be aware of his establishment and the fact that these shirts are nice little items to have if you're a Cub fan. Wearing those shirts around town, they're discussion starters and conversation pieces.
Yeah, you see them everywhere around the ballpark. Walking into the stadium today, into Wrigley today, you see them everywhere. They're outstanding.
And the store is very, very close to Wrigley Field. It would be on the corner of Clark and Grace, which is, maybe a quarter of a mile from Wrigley Field, if that.
You can hit a pitching wedge to that store.
Alex Verdugo batting. Verdugo with a count of 0-2. Nate Pearson's pitch on the way, and it's in there for a call, strike 3.
By excellent little backdoor hook from Pearson. Gets ahead in the count and then starts this breaking ball away. Comes back to the outside corner. Perfect pitch at the knees for strike 3.
2 down, nobody on. 7th inning. Cubs on top 2-1. And Gleyber Torres, the batter. Here's the delivery. Fouled away off to the right and out of play. Cubs and Dodgers tomorrow night from Dodger Stadium. Cubs with a long flight after the game. Torres 1 for 3 in the game for the Yanks. Takes a knee-buckling breaking ball for a call, strike 2. This guy's got some pretty good stuff.
Yeah, he's got a big-time arm. There's no doubt about that. Pearson, it's been about command for him. And, boy, if the Cubs can get him zoned in with that fastball and slider, he could be a very effective pitcher because, it's tough to teach that 98-mile-an-hour heater, and he can rush it up there. He's a big guy, great arm.
Now the set. Base is empty. 2 down, the 1-2 pitch. Lifted to right center, pretty well hit, but it's playable for either Tauchman or Crow Armstrong. Tauchman makes the catch to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Cubs lead the Yankees 2-1. And this is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. Aramis Ramirez and Kerry Wood are the guest conductors to sing. Take it away, gentlemen.
Aramis Ramirez and pitcher Kerry Wood.
All right, Chicago, help us sing. Good and loud. A 1, a 2, a 3.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jacks. I don't care if I ever get back for its root. Root for the Cubbies. They don't win, it's a shame. Or it's 1, 2, 3, right out at the old ball game. Let's go, Cubbies! Let's go, Cubbies!
Cub fans, Craig Counsell here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
See Broadway's spellbinding spectacular in Chicago. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Join Harry and his son on the next adventure, September 10th through February 1st at the James M. Niederlander Theater. Get tickets at BroadwayInChicago.com.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted it close to town, with a picture window overlooking a yard. And you found it. Now, when you sit down to dinner, you've got front row seats too. Your neighbor's daily pickleball game. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit FordService.com for important details and limitations.
Jake Cousins, long-legged, hard-throwing right-hander, the new Yankee pitcher. As we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, Isak Paredes will lead it off. Isak with a clutch 2-out, 2-run single in the first inning, and that remains the biggest hit of this game. Both runs were unearned. An error by the second baseman Torres allowed the inning to keep on going, and Paredes singled softly into center, driving in a pair. The Yankees got their run in the second inning on a sacrifice fly by Anthony Volpe. Cubs with only 3 hits today. They just have not been able to generate much offense all weekend long. Cubs were shut out both Friday and Saturday. Going back to the Pirates series earlier this week, the Cubs actually have been shut out 3 times in the last 4 games. Paredes waits for the 2-1 from Cousins. Here's a high pop fly, playable for Anthony Rizzo right near first base. Makes the catch for out number 1. 1 gone. Here's Pete Crow Armstrong. When the opponents make a pitching change, that is always brought to you by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com. 1 away, nobody on. In shallow at third is Chisholm. Crow Armstrong batting. He takes a blistering fastball for a strike. Quality start by Jamison Tyone. Quality starts by Cubs pitchers. Sponsored by Benjamin Moore. Strike 2 to Crow Armstrong. Benjamin Moore. See quality come to life with Benjamin Moore paints in 3,500 colors. Visit BenjaminMoore.com for a location near you. Now the 0-2 to Crow Armstrong. Curveball missing.
And we're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Big crowd at Wrigley. We should get the exact figure here shortly.
And Heart of the Lineup sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Book a low fare today at southwest.com.
Crow Armstrong swings and misses at a low breaking ball, and that's out number 2. The 7th inning stretch was sponsored by Volvo plug-in hybrid vehicles. Electric cars with a backup plan. Visit your local retailer to learn more.
And this weekend we had Corey from Southwest Airlines. They have been here with family and great sponsors of Cubs Radio. Great to have them aboard with us.
You could tell they love the Cubs.
Yeah, they're big Cub fans, isn't that right?
Corey and her family.
Yeah. Cubs jerseys, they were all decked out in the Cubs gear. Yeah, it was great. Great to meet them.
Cubs on top 2-1. Toronto leading Atlanta 2-1. They're in the bottom of the 9th inning in Georgia. How are the Mets doing, you say? They're tied 1-1 in the top of the 9th inning in New York against Cincinnati. Cubs lead this game 2-1. Bottom of the 7th, 2 down, nobody on. Amaya chops it foul. That's kind of a reminder, though, Ron. Once you get into the first and now second week of September, and even more so later in September, you're going to see more low-scoring games because the weather cools down.
Yeah, well, we saw it this weekend here at Wrigley. You know, the wind blowing in hard from left field. Number of balls hit to the middle of the diamond that went nowhere, not even to the track. And, you know, there's some guys with some thunder to hit those balls. You know, and they just didn't go anywhere.
Fouled by Amaya, the count 2-2. Cubs baseball brought to you in part by Grainger. Grainger has been a great sponsor for many years on Cubs baseball. In fact, the Cubs rely on Grainger's help to keep beautiful Wrigley Field running. To get the product you need, call clickgrainger.com or stop by. Grainger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs and Wrigley Field. The 2-2 from Cousins. Nubbed foul off to the right out of play. Still 2-2.
Good job by Amaya. Spoil that slider down and away. Stay alive.
And now the 2-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball low and away. Miguel not only making more contact, Ron, but I think he's laying off pitches that he might have been chasing earlier this year.
Yeah, well, you know, they got him in a much better position. He was not in a good position to hit earlier in the year, and they had about a month ago, maybe even a little long, they made some adjustments to his setup, and it's much better spot.
Outside ball 4. It's a 2-out walk.
To me, you have to get to a loaded position with your hands and your body before you fire. And he was right in the middle with his weight, and every time he would go to load, it would be back to forward immediately, and your head moves a lot, and you just never really get a chance to see the pitch well. Now his head stays pretty still, and his at-bats have been 100 times better.
He gets the base on balls to keep the inning alive. Base on balls, those are sponsored by North Shore Adult Diapers. Reassuringly strong protection for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com. Did somebody just open the door? I thought I heard some air rush through the door.
I think our it's Bears football day, so the ginger-haired genius might have got some relief there.
Ginger-haired genius. Here's the 1-1. Rolled out towards second. Torres will make the play to first to end the inning. No runs, no hits, but one ginger-haired genius. We go to the 8th inning. It's the Cubs 2 and the Yankees 1 This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer bring you all the action on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted it close to town, with a picture window overlooking a yard. And you found it. Now, when you sit down to dinner, you've got front row seats too. Your neighbor's daily pickleball game. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states.
Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. Discover the artist, the foodie, the adventurer, and the kid in you too. Discover all of you, all in one place. World-class music and art, local food, brews, and spirits, endless bike trails, and other thrilling outdoor adventures. Discover you in Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at visithamiltoncounty.com.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit FordService.com for important details and limitations.
2-1 Cubs, top of the 8th inning, and this 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids. 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Patrick?
Juan Soto first up. Left-handed batter with lots of power, and he was thinking long ball with that first swing. Fouls it back to the screen. Nate Pearson still on the mound for the Cubs. It's Jamison Tyone's game to win. Cubs on top 2-1. Both runs unearned. A 2-run single by Isaac Paredes in the first inning continues to be the difference in the game. Soto takes a bender outside, run 1-1.
This is one of those situations in a Major League Baseball game where, the save goes to the closer in the 9th inning. There are some games, though, where the save of the actual game, not the statistical one, but just saving the ball game, is this inning in the 8th when you're going through the heart of their lineup with Soto, Judge, Wells, and Stanton. So this is the crucial inning. Now, I'm not saying the Yankees can't score in the 9th, but you're going through two of the three best hitters in our game, here in this inning with a 1-run lead.
And Ron, as you say that, I first of all, I totally agree with that. But I think nowadays, since starters are not working as many innings as they used to, here comes the 1-2 to Soto. It's outside. You need a multiple group of relievers that finish out games, because sometimes they come in the 6th inning or the 7th inning and go all the way through the 9th. Yep. One guy cannot do all that work.
Right. I would agree. There's no doubt.
If he does, he would be unavailable for the next game for sure, and maybe the next 2 days.
Ooh.
So you need a whole battalion, really, of effective relievers to get through games these days.
Well, that's a great pitch. Pearson right at the bottom of the zone. This could have definitely been called a strike. It hits the bottom line, did not get the call against Soto.
3-2 pitch. Ground ball sharply to second. Bobbled by Mastroboni. Picks it up and throws him out. He got in front of the ball, knocked it down. The ball hit sharply, and Mastroboni retires Soto with a toss to first. 1 away.
Yeah, this ball scalded at Mastroboni on 2 hops. Second hop kind of eats him up, but as you said, Pat, he does a very good job of staying in front of it and just keeping it right in front of him, and makes a fairly routine out of that play that was hit very hard.
See how we did in the attendance game, as Aaron Judge will take inside for a ball. The attendance game sponsored by Benny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Judge is 1 for 2 with a walk. He lines one to second, caught by Mastroboni over near second base. Soft line drive, another good pitch in on his hands, 2 down. And Austin Wells coming up.
Boy, and that's that good fastball inside. This ball starts out in the middle of the plate and just goes running up and in. 97 miles an hour and jams Judge And just a little soft line drive, as you said, to Master Boney.
The attendance today, 39,364. Fly ball deep left. Trouble. Back goes Happ near the wall and makes the catch. Up against the vines. Excellent play by Ian Happ. He reached up while backpedaling and collided with that ivy-covered wall. I think he's okay, but he hit that wall at a pretty good clip. Nice catch. Inning over. Yankees don't score. The attendance today, 39,364. Ruan Kuma is the winner in the attendance game. And we'll play it again next time on the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Cubs 2, Yankees 1. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans. It's Pete Crow Armstrong. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Now, 2 Pigeons and Coach Prime bemoaning the fact you can stream DirecTV satellite-free.
These humans get the biggest college football games on DirecTV, and we don't even get a satellite dish.
Enough squawking.
It's Coach Prime.
Bring it in. Sure, they could get all that college football without a dish, but you still got your passion, your drive, your resolve, your
incredible career as a football icon.
No, that's me.
Stream the biggest college football games. No satellite dish. Visit DirecTV.com.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted a walk-up with central air and a skylight, and you found it. Now, every Friday night, you get to fall asleep to the sound of your downstairs neighbors' dance parties. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Lowe's knows to start fall projects, you need reliable outdoor power equipment from Ego. Right now, get your choice of a select 56-volt blower or chainsaw for $249. The 56-volt technology powers over 80 tools, so you can switch from blowing leaves to cutting trees with ease. Save time and money with Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Valid through 10/2 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Item number 5207558 and item number 4354078.
The out-of-town scoreboard is fueled by Citgo Tri-Clean Gasoline. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go.
Ian Happ made the nice defensive play to end the top of the inning, and now he leads off the bottom of the inning.
Braves have tied things up in Atlanta in the 9th inning and sent it to extras. Blue Jays and Braves now tied at 2 in the last of the 10th.
Zach, thank you. Ian Happ takes outside. Clay Holmes is the new right-handed pitcher for the Yanks. Zach, while you've got the mic on, how are the Mets doing in New York against Cincinnati?
I'm glad you asked. Santiago Espinal to go ahead 2-run double.
Bouncer to first. Rizzo makes the play unassisted. Out number 1, 8th inning.
And the Reds lead the Mets 3-1 as they head to the last of the 9th in Queens. And as for the Cardinals, they're taking one on the chin today. The Mariners a 9-2 lead over the Cardinals now in the top half of the 8th inning.
Getting back to the Mets game, the Mets occupied the 3rd place wild card position at the start of the day, 1 game ahead of Atlanta and 6 ahead of the Cubs and Cardinals. One thing you never do in baseball is give up too soon. There are just too many games to play. It's too unpredictable. Too many crazy things can happen, Ron.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
And even though things look bleak at times, you never say die. There's no sense in it. You've been playing every day for 6 months. Might as well keep the pedal to the metal until you get to the finish line and see what happens. There is a strike to Dansby, 2-1. Cubs playing in game number 143. Still 19 ball games to play after this one. And there is a strike.
And managers challenges instant replays. They're taking a second look. And a second look is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. We had a couple of we had Doc Adams here today at the ballpark on this special day of the Hall of Fame Day.
Swanson pokes it foul out of play. Nice to see the good doctor, former longtime team doctor of the Chicago Cubs. He's now going to become a part-time author, we understand.
Oh, boy.
And the 2-2 in there for a call, strike 3. Swanson out on strikes. Dansby, not a big arguer, but he had a few opinions that he wanted to share with Brian Walsh, the home plate umpire.
Yeah, he didn't like that high curveball away being called a strike. Pitch was well up on the outside corner.
Suzuki batting. He'll take a strike. Please stay tuned for the toast of the game, named by Ron Coomer and sponsored by Benny's Beverage Depot. That's coming up in the 9th inning.
Safety plate sponsored by Granger. Think safety, think Granger.
Suzuki swings late, fouls it on the ground right side.
And all stolen bases this season, they're sponsored by Arturo Tire. They will make a donation to keeping families covered. Arturo Tire.
We're going to take some Stella Blue coffee with us out to California and enjoy that on the road trip. Swing and a miss. Suzuki is out, and so are the Cubs. But a big thank you to Stella Blue Coffee and Barstool Big Cat, the official sponsors of Cubs Radio, official coffee sponsors of Cubs Radio. They feature Big Cat Blend, Electric Avenue, and Positive Vibes. Cubs have some positive vibes, leading by a run as we go to the 9th inning. Fasten those seatbelts. Cubs 2, Yankees 1. This is the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Guy and Hap here. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit FordService.com for important details and limitations.
Now, 2 Pigeons and Coach Prime bemoaning the fact you can stream DirecTV satellite-free.
These humans get the biggest college football games on DirecTV, and we don't even get a satellite dish.
Enough squawking.
It's Coach Prime.
Bring it in. Sure, they can get all that college football without a dish, but you still got your passion, your drive, your resolve, your
incredible career as a football icon.
No, that's me.
Stream the biggest college football games. No satellite dish. Visit DirecTV.com.
Home ownership. At Progressive, we know it's part of the American dream. It's the land of the free and the home of student drivers ready to back into your new fence at any given time. It's firing up a round of burgers and dogs on your rusty grill with a faulty gas line that engulfs your tool shed in flames. It's also around-the-clock protection when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, which can help keep the American dream of home ownership alive and kicking. Get a quote at Progressive.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states. At Lowe's, save big every day when you buy in bulk. Save 10% when you buy a pallet or more of select concrete mix. And there's more. Save up to 25% when you buy a pallet or more of select drywall panels. Plus, get free same-day delivery to the job site when you order by 2 p.m. Because Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. Pat?
We have reached the moment of truth on this Sunday afternoon, the 9th inning. Cubs leading 2-1 over the Yanks. Giancarlo Stanton takes ball 2 from Porter Hodge. Here comes the 2-0. Cracked on the ground to short, scooped up by Swanson, near the bag, throws to first, 1 down. The time and temperature sponsored by Circa Resort and Casino. Get ready for the time of your life. CircaLasVegas.com. 1 down, 9th inning. Here is Jazz Chisholm.
It's such a big pitch. You go 2-0 to Stanton, who's got as much power as anybody in the league, and you make a great pitch down and away on the corner with a great fastball, get the routine ground ball.
Chisholm hits a fly ball, shallow left. Happ started back, racing in, makes a sliding catch. Ian making some very nice plays in this series. Sliding catch in shallow left, and all of a sudden, the Yankees are down to their last chance.
Another good pitch. This ball jams Chisholm. Ian gets a little bit of a late break on this ball. I don't know if they're having a hard time seeing the ball sometimes off the bat, which could very well be. But boy, talk about closing speed. Ian with a nice catch.
How fitting that Anthony Rizzo represents the Yankees' final chance here at Wrigley Field. Anthony today 1 for 3. The pitch by Hodge. Rizzo takes outside, ball 2. Stay tuned for Zach's postgame show. The It's Not a Game, Illinois.com Cubs radio postgame show. And the 2-0. Rizzo swings and misses. He got fooled on a 97-mile-per-hour pitch. Tried to check his swing, couldn't do it.
Hardest working player of the game, sponsored by Bosch Power Tools. What hard workers deserve. That will be Jamison Tyone. An excellent job by J-Mo.
Low and inside, 3-1. You know Rizzo is thinking long ball here, Ron.
He's thinking, no doubt, he's thinking Sheffield Avenue. Absolutely.
Yankees down to their last out. Fans are standing at Wrigley. Just under 40,000 in the house. And the 3-1 to Rizzo. Swing and a miss. He was trying to hit that one to Kenosha.
It's just a four-seam fastball down the middle, about belt high. Riz swung through it. 97 miles an hour.
The next pitch, low and inside, ball 4. He walks in. Rizzo keeps the Yankees alive. 2 base hits by the Cubs, by the way. Doubles are sponsored by Traffic Tech. Double up your business with Traffic Tech, the hardest working team in transport.
And Pat, how about catch of the game? How about some of them catches by Ian Happ out in left field?
Absolutely.
Couple of nice plays.
That's a great call, Ron. Sponsored by Catch Des Moines. Things aren't so hush-hush in Des Moines, where only the S's are silent. Discover the best of the Midwest at CatchDesMoines.com. The best moment of the game, I think you'd have to say, was the 2-run single by Isak Paredes in the first inning. That has been the only really big hit of the day by anybody.
Yeah, I would agree.
So that's the Loyola Medicine play of the game. When things are at their worst, we're at our best. Loyola Medicine, the best moment of the game. Anthony Volpe batting, and he'll take down low. Pinch runner at first for the Yanks, and that's going to be Ellis.
Yeah, Anthony walks, and Ellis comes into the ballgame to pinch run. They've been working with him on stealing bases in pregame and his jumps, so he is a guy to look to run.
Duke Ellis leads at first. He's very slender as he takes his lead, and Porter Hodge backs away. Cubs 2, Yankees 1, top of the 9th, 2 down, a runner at first. Ellis being held by Bellinger. Ellis not running. The pitch, fastball strike. Volpe today drove in the only Yankee tally with a second inning sac fly. Since then, he has struck out twice. Cubs trying to finish the homestand on a positive note. The runner goes. The pitch swung on and missed. Throw to second base. Not in time. He stole it much more on the pitcher than he did on the throw by Amaya. Mastrobuoni, the second baseman, covering, but the play not really close.
Yeah, Ellis brought up for this specific reason. He's only got a few at-bats. That's his 5th stolen base, though. And I got to believe that'll be a weapon they'll try to use in October.
Yankees down to their last strike. The pitch on the way. Fouled away. 96 mph from Porter Hodge. Do you stay with the hard stuff here?
Yeah, I do. If you're Hodge, absolutely.
Cubs leading by 1. Yankees have the tying run at second, 2 down. The pitch just outside, didn't miss by much.
That's that crossfire fastball from Hodge. 98 miles an hour, just missed the outside corner at the knees.
Now the right-hander ready for the 2-2. Here it comes. The runner goes. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. The ball game is over, and the Cubs win it by a score of 2-1. I was a little surprised to see the runner going with 2 strikes on his teammate, Ron.
Ellis, a very inexperienced player. You get down to 2 strikes. You're a distraction at second, taking off. And that is just a very inexperienced player doing something you should not do. The hitter has to be able to hit and keep his concentration. That worked out in the Cubs' benefit, and it ends the ballgame.
3 straight pitchers duels between the Cubs and Yankees. The Yankees winning the first 2, and the Cubs bouncing back to salvage the finale today.
Cubs scored 2 runs in the entire series. They get shut out. They win 2-1 today. But all weekend, it's been a very difficult day to hit. Today, better, but not great. And the Cubs finally push across the W here against the Yankees.
Cubs right now congratulating one another down near the third base dugout. Our good friend Bruce Levine is going to grab one of the Cub ball players here momentarily, but the fans are also on this day just kind of hanging around. It was a close game. It was a dramatic 1-run ball game against the Yankees, and the Cubs came out on top. And let's go down to Bruce Levine.
And Ron, I'm here with Michael Tachman. And Michael, let's start with J-Mo. Pitching has been tremendous all year, and J-Mo showed up against a really good offense.
Yeah, I mean, he's so polished, and when he pitches, you know exactly what you're going to get. Maybe a little bit of a throwback in that he pitches to a lot of contact. He's not afraid of, early action, making guys swing, creating weak contact. And when you're on defense, you love playing behind a guy like that because the game moves and there's going to be balls hit and you got to be moving, and just keeps everybody really engaged.
Michael, since we were little kids, they always say a walk is as good as a hit. Your walk set up the 2 runs driven in the second inning that turned out to be the game winner. Talk about, just your approach. You don't play every day right now. Still, you seem to have all these great at-bats.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, he was the best pitcher in the American League last year. So, that it's plus stuff, plus command. I thought he pitched. He threw a lot of really, really competitive pitches kind of all day. So, guys like that, usually you want to be aggressive. You try to get them early and you don't want to let them get into a rhythm and stuff. So I thought, us taking advantage of a mistake in the first, getting a couple runs was huge. And, just try to battle throughout.
Enjoy the big steak at Chicago Cut. Congratulations. Have a good trip to LA. Thanks a lot. Congratulations.
Thanks, Bruce. All right.
Michael Tachman, guys, huge walk. Again, walks as good as a hit, especially today. Now back to you guys.
Nicely done, Bruce. Thanks to you and Mike Tachman, and a thank you to Chicago Cut Steakhouse.